Good evening and welcome. This is Thursday night, so it's an evening with the gang. Actually, it's the last Thursday in the month, so it's an evening with everyone. The floodgates will open in about 5 minutes, or if I've set it up right, in exactly 5 minutes. I've set a post to go live in the Model Makers Boom Hut and on my page, and at 5 past, I'll put the link in the chat here as well. So if you want to come and join me or me and Paul, because Paul just turned up, he was late, but he got it just before I clicked the button.
Hello.
I'll introduce you properly in a minute. Yes, at 5 past, it opens for everyone this week, so come and join, because otherwise it'd just be me and Paul talking. It'd just be like a normal evening. So yeah, feel free. I'll click on the button down there for Paul. Paul signed in once again as Team Inept, our other channel. Come and join Team Inept, and yeah. Yeah, hello, Paul.
Hello, Chris.
What are you doing tonight?
Well, the postie came earlier. I've got a notification saying you're live.
I am.
I've had it twice. That's helpful. And I've got this little fella.
Oh, it's thingy Tyrion.
Indeed, it is.
It probably isn't, though, is it? It is, but it isn't.
Yeah, it's someone who happens to look a little bit like Tyrion. So I'm gonna paint him a little bit. I've also got someone who looks a little bit like Jamie and someone who looks a little bit like the Hound.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So actually, what I might do, I might put the base coats of flesh tones down for the three of them.
Cool. That'd be nice. Gives people something to watch other than me.
Yeah. Try and get the camera to a slightly more useful position first.
Yeah, you need to find somewhere for it to live properly.
Yeah, you've got all the gubbins for that, and I haven't.
Yeah, you need to get your PC working. That's your real issue.
Yeah, but it's just to find somewhere to not hang the camera, mount the camera.
Yeah, get a tripod thing, not a boom arm. That's what I've got, like this. This boom army thing is what I've got cameras on. So.
Yeah, but I don't use them enough. It's like,
use them more. Come and join me every week.
I would, but I don't like to monopolise you.
No, I don't mind. I like to be used. In the chat, we had Pascal in earlier, but he's in Germany, so he's not really going to be in now because it's like different time zones and things or whatever, or hot
not for him
stuff. So it's different from us to him, but not from what he's used to him. Yeah. We just have Jamie Bones popped in saying hi everyone. Hello Jamie. Roger Woodward. Hello all. And Lord Barkley III. Greetings. Or Gleetings, he says, actually. That's happier. And Martin Cannon. I haven't seen that name before, but welcome. Apologies if you have been here before, but I just haven't noticed. If you're new to the channel, me and everything, this is my Thursday night regular, just sort of hanging out, chatting. And the last one, with the fourth or fifth one of the month, the last Thursday in the month is open to all, as the links will be going live in a couple of minutes, so keep an eye on that. I've just noticed in the corner there I've got a little pop-up popped up, which is what Ted was talking about on Monday. It says this hangout on air is live, which it always does that, but it always goes away again. This one actually just says hangouts on air will come to an end later this year.
How sad.
For quick streaming, try youtube.com/webcam. So I'll not click that in a moment, but I'll have to have a look at that later. Word is that they'll be closing down the Hangouts, which is what everyone uses for doing this sort of. If it's just me talking to you, then that's fine. I can use other software. But if I need to get other people in, like Paul down there, whichever side he's actually, it's only two of us, so he's not going to be there at all at the moment.
Do I?
No, that's right. I saw that though.
And back up. There we go.
If you've got multiple people in a group hangout, then I don't know of anything, certainly nothing free, that does the job at all, let alone as well. So yeah, Shane Young's in saying good evening, Chris. Good evening, Shane. Shane is one of my lovely patrons. You too can become a patron. I'll put a link in chat in a minute. Have a look at patreon.com/growthmodels, where you can see some behind the scenes videos. And look, I've got Sazabi. I've been doing Sazabi over there. I was going to point with my mouse, but you can't see my mouse, so it doesn't really work. But I'm building this one. This is the tiny Sinanju, which the video for that is actually editing in the background. It's rendering. I'll see. It should have stopped by now. I'll make sure it's stopped. Yeah, it's finished now. It's finished rendering. So I shall be uploading that when this stream is finished. and later tonight or tomorrow morning that will go live, and you can watch the first bit of that build. You can't see the first bit of this build. This is the proper real grade Cesabi, part of the group build that George, another one of my lovely patrons, has organised. But that's a patron exclusive build, that one, unfortunately. So have a look at Patreon, find out what you can do, and then go away and do something more interesting. We've got Bobbington in. Greetings all, and be right back. Okay, so Bob was here and then isn't, but that's that. Right, it's 5 past. Has my post gone live? Let me have a look. Well, even if they haven't, I'll put the post in the chat. This is the link that you need to click on if you want to actually be on screen here with me and Paul. There we go. Oh, I need a keyboard to press the button. Oh, that button. There we go. Yes, obviously not to watch because you're already doing that. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see the chat. If you want to actually get on camera, sign in with your YouTube account. What does Paul say down there? It's got look at my lovely palette fox. He says, "Okay."
Yeah, I'm not being childish, honest.
No, not at all. But you do notice that nobody can see that unless I click on it because
no, I just realised
there's only two of us here and it doesn't work.
So I'm doing a bit of talking to make it come. Hello, look at me.
Ah, dear.
Because I'm having a lot of trouble keeping my camera.
Is this just what you're showing everybody? Your palette
Gorilla Pod thing, and
let me just have a quick look and see. My post should be live. So, well, if you're watching, you're here anyway, so you don't care because you've already got the link. Because I just put it in there. I shall put it up a few times throughout the evening, just in case people haven't got it or come along late or stuff like that. You know. Yep, my post is on my Facebook page, and it should be in the Boom Hut also. Let me just refresh that page, and we'll see. It's probably there. Yeah, there you go. It's in the Boom Hut as well, so it's up there, and everybody can join in. Whether anybody does join in. Oh, we've got a George. George said he wasn't coming on tonight because he's at work.
Yeah, I'm just here voice-wise.
Oh, he's only being voice. He's not being all face on the camera. But welcome, George. How are you doing? How's work?
It's okay. It's slow, but other than that, good.
You've only just started the new job this week, haven't you? So it'll take a while for your mojo for everything to kick in and come back. I said mojo because Jamie's just put in. I finally have my mojo back, so I'm doing a bit of the Tamiya 135th M1A2 Abrams Tusk 2. Yeah. Oh, Pascal's here. He's evening and see ya. Now on my way to the last supermarket for more meat. The last supermarket. That sounds like something very, end of the world sort of.
Yeah.
A little bit worrying. Well, you have to come back later and tell us what meat you got then, because
we need to
know these things. Video quality is bad. I'm currently on the highway. Don't watch while you're driving. And definitely don't type while you're driving. I hope someone else is driving. Tell me someone else. Don't tell me someone else is driving if you're actually driving. But what I mean. If you're driving, stop watching now. We'll wait until you park up and then come back and watch.
We'll just sit quietly. It's fine.
Right. AJ says, evening all. 110 to England. Come on, the Lionesses. I take it that's women's sport ball happening tonight of some description. I don't know. I'm
assuming he means 1-0 and not 110 because it's football, and that would just be.
It's put 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0.
Yeah. 1-0.
Because you said 110. That's just
Did I? I didn't. I'm very tired. I don't know why I'm very tired. It's still a 3-hour drive, so I won't make it today, says Pascal. 1-0, says Jamie. Yeah, I meant 1. I don't know why I said 110.
That's a bloody long way to a supermarket. I've been to Germany. They've got supermarkets less than 3 hours away from stuff.
Yeah, when he says the last supermarket, I think it means the last one on the map that you can find, not the closest one. He's gone for the last one. I don't know. You're only on a voice, George, but have you got a picture? Did you see anything?
Did I see anything?
Can you see
you guys?
You can see.
Yeah.
Look. See that? I'm probably only a little.
Oh yeah.
Look. There you go.
All the way to the waist.
It's happening. It's got legs and a waist now.
Yeah.
One bit doesn't work very well on that. So that side's very loose. I think something's not right there, but it's okay. I'll be gluing it together eventually.
Yeah, but actually, yeah. Cause if it's one of the ABS joints, you're not going to be able to fix it with.
It's not. It's got a joint, and then it's got a little claw thing that it hooks into. But that is also a flexible thing. But it doesn't look broken. But it might be slightly bent open rather than closed. I don't know. I didn't want to clip it all down fully anyway, because I'm going to be taking it apart to paint it again. But yeah, it's getting there. The next video of the waste will be available on Patreon exclusively in a couple of days. I've got the bits videoed, but I haven't edited it together yet and sorted all that out. So that will be there shortly. The little one, I say the video for the little one, which is trying to pick up behind me. I'm doing at the same, not the same time, but the same rate. So I've done the waist. So next I'll do the main body chest assembly of both of them and put the videos up concurrently. So everyone can follow along with the little one. And when I do the little one at the end, I'll show with the big one how it got how it is at the moment, not how it got there. So everyone gets to see everything, but not everything.
Yeah, I suspect you're going to finish the sedan just slightly faster.
No, it's going to take exactly the same amount of time. The episodes are a little bit shorter, but yeah, I'm doing a bit of that, then a bit of that, then a bit of that, then a bit of that. So the time frame will be balanced, but yeah, the video will be a lot quicker to watch. Zadsta's here. Evening all. Evening, Zadsta. Nobody's joined yet. It's been like 6 minutes since the link went live. So you're really, really slow. Or you're not coming to join me tonight? Don't mind. It's fine. I understand. There is an announcement, of course. Next week there won't be an evening with on Thursday.
Why not?
Because it's going to be on Friday.
Oh.
So it's a day later, and it's not going to be an evening with the gang. It's going to be a birthday with the gang. I have to do new graphics and everything, because next Friday is my 2-year YouTube anniversary. On the 5th of July, 2017, I posted up my first video, the Hawker Hurricane, which isn't here; it's around somewhere. And yeah, that was my first YouTube video on this channel, and that was, say, almost 2 years ago now. So it's grown exponentially and bigger than I ever thought it would. So thank you all for subscribing and following my exploits and watching my videos and stuff. And yeah, it will be, so it won't be an evening with everyone. It will be just a small birthday gathering, probably just me, because nobody else turns up at these things.
Should we get cake?
No, you bring your own cake. I expect presents and stuff. I mean, people should be buying me things, because that's what happens on birthdays, isn't it? I don't buy the stuff.
Well, I've already given you your actual birthday present.
Yeah, that was my birthday. That's not till September. This is the channel's birthday.
I'm not getting you anything else.
Yeah, the channel gets a present. I've got a present for the channel, and I'll be announcing that next week as well.
If it's
so,
what I
yes,
think it is, it's exciting.
It's what you both know what it is anyway, because I've told my patrons and Paul. So yeah, it's not earth-shattering news, but it's news. It's worth it's stuff happening and things. So yeah, I won't bother posting the link in chat again, because it's still just there, because not many people have commented afterwards. I haven't got a thing of how many people are watching. That's strange. That doesn't show you on the Hangout thing. I have to have the actual chat thing open. I shall find it and find out. But yeah, I'll click on you for a minute then, Paul, and you can show everybody what you're doing, because your camera angle's rubbish.
Yeah, the camera's. I can't get it to sit where I want it to. It's really irritating. Hang on, let me see if I can actually get that in focus. My hand's in focus. That's really helpful. Thanks, webcam. Come on. No, white balance. Well, I promise these are heads of someone very similar to Jaime Lannister and someone very similar to the Hound. So I'm whapping on the base coats of flesh, get that dried, and then put a second coat over the top, and it'll smooth it off, and it'll be a bit more like Tyrion.
You reckon? I'm going to click the button now and quickly mute it, because it's going to play an advert.
Yeah. So I'm going. I put the second coat of skin onto Tyrion's face this evening, and the base coat on his beard, which was Citadel Rhinox hide, because it's a nice dark, deep brown. He's got quite a dark beard, darker than his hair, so Makes me wonder if he's wearing a wig or if he's wearing a false beard in the TV series.
Oh, it could be a false head. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it could just be that he's naturally got.
I see Shane says 19, but it's gone up. It's 25 now. So, welcome everybody that's just joined us. As normal, this is an evening with everyone. So I shall post the link again because I know if you come in late, you don't always get the link. The link I'm posting in chat, even as we speak, is the link to join the Hangout live. Come and click the button, sign in, use your webcam and stuff, or even your mobile device if you like. Come in and join us. At the moment, there's me, Paul, and George. George is at work at the moment, so he's just being vocal. He's not got his camera working, and he might not be talking very much either because he might get in trouble. And he's only just started a new job. We don't want him to get fired. I'm just sitting here looking pretty, and Paul's painting busts.
Yeah.
Badly. Not painting badly, he paints them very well, but his camera angle's rubbish.
Yeah.
We can only just see all the paint he's spilled all over his mat.
I say, to be fair, right now they look badly painted, so I'll forgive that. It's not an incorrect statement.
I wouldn't be so rude. I got told off the other week for something.
Who by?
By my brother who was in the chat. I said something about, I don't know, Paul. I said something about Paul. It's either called him an idiot or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. And I remember him defending me, which was weird.
Yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
I don't think it was so much defending you as having a go at me.
Yeah. But given that I agreed with you, it was...
Oh, yeah, I didn't say anything wrong.
No.
Yeah, that's that. So, as I say, this week, this time next week, I won't be here. I'll be doing something else. I don't know what I'll do. I might just sit around talking to myself because, it's
what you normally do on a Thursday
what
night.
I normally do.
Yeah.
I've done quite a lot this week. I feel like I've been very productive on the YouTube front.
We were very productive last night, though, weren't we?
Last night, yes. Last night, me and Paul were being all official archery coaches.
We sat in a field and did
We were
very little.
sitting and standing in a field, watching people shoot arrows at things, and we taught them from absolute beginner, never shot before, to doing really, really well.
So for those of you in the chat who do follow me on Instagram, there was a little picture of some bits of a couple of training bows and a couple of targets with some arrows in.
Was there? I don't know if I follow. I keep forgetting about Instagram. I've got an account.
I did tag you in the
Did you?
thing. Yeah.
I'll have a look now. I keep forgetting about Instagram. It's one of those things that I've got an account which I had personally for ages and didn't use, and then I changed it over to be the Gross Models account. How do I find out if you tag me then? What do I look for? I don't remember getting any notifications or anything.
No. Well,
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I found it. I found your picture. There's two pictures. Oh. It's been a while back in the field.
Yeah.
You put my name in it, but it's not highlighted or anything. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But yeah, you were tagging it. But yeah, we, as you may be gathering from that, Chris and I, in our spare time, are also the ultimate archery coaching team.
Indeed.
So we run all the beginners courses at our club. And last night's group were, for their first week, the best we've ever had.
Well, they were the best we've ever had for any week. Alone, if it was their first week, but if it could have been their last week, and it would have been amazing as well. Because they didn't normally. We have with beginners, they miss, and we don't mind them missing because archery is hard. It's not
easy.
It's not an easy sport. It's technical and difficult, and there's lots of things to think of when you're doing it. They make it look easy on films, but it's not that easy.
Yeah. And yes, not a single missed arrow from any of our beginners, which was quite frankly astounding.
It was. I was astounded. Yeah. Paul de Tomasso's in. Hello, everybody. Hello. And John O'Ems from Down Under is here. Evening, everyone. G'day. Are most of them still having dinner? He says. I don't know. I know Fox is still having dinner. He did message to say he wasn't going to make it tonight because he's been busy and he's only just not even had dinner yet. And nobody else has said that they won't be here, but I don't know. I think last week was a bit exceptional. Almost everybody turned up. It was very strange. Yeah. So I think that shocks them all, and they're taking a week off. But
if we're lucky, we'll have another accidental appearance from Colin.
It might happen. I did make a point of posting the link and saying, "Look, this is the link to go live. You know what you're doing if you click it." But it isn't an evening with everyone. I've caught my phone. Look, that's clever. So if you, I know you said you were getting a thing sorted out, Jono, but if you want to come and join us by all means. Jono's been doing his tug thing and making it look really, really good, and electronics and stuff. I don't know how it's going to float because it's so full of electronics, but it's looking really good.
Well, as long as the electronics are lighter than water, we're okay.
Well, they're not, are they? Because they're electronics. They're heavier than water.
No, it's only heavy water. I've seen the Heroes of Telemark. It's fine.
Oh, right. So I don't know about that. Tiger Tank 2's in. Evening, fellas. Evening, Tiger Tank 2. As I say, the link is there for everybody if you want to come and join us. If not, then it will be me talking, Paul painting, and George sitting there looking pretty.
Yes. I'm very good at that.
Sergeant Bone says, actually, I'm oddly enough eating dinner. Eating dinner? Are you eating in the kitchen as well? Because I know you very rarely come out of the kitchen.
Because he's chained to the stove.
You might be. I don't like to ask these things, but... So, how's everybody been? What have you been up to this week, George? Anything?
No, just basically, like I said, started a new job, and been kind of doing that, trying to learn what's going on. It's also starts a lot earlier than I'm used to waking up, so by the time I get home, I take a nap for an hour and then get up and don't want to do anything and eat and then go to bed for real. So I'm in that adjustment period.
Yeah, it takes a while to get things sorted out. And Paul, what have you been up to this week, apart from the excellent archery coaching and stuff?
Well, sadly, I can't put it on camera because it's a little bit big. I cut the foam core out, ready for the much hoped for fishing village diorama. It's a little bit big.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of it.
It's... Hang on, I've got a tape measure.
Sergeant Bone says, yeah, I like having a kitchen that's part of the living room. So it's easy to use the computer in the living room whilst being in the kitchen. So, yeah, so it is always in the kitchen because the kitchen is everywhere.
I used to have an open floor plan like that.
Paul's off measuring things, so
Yes.
we'll wait for him to come back.
The base for the fishing village is about 40 inches by 40 inches.
40 inches, that's
It's a bit big.
3 foot and a bit.
Yeah, I've locked off a diagonal corner, so it's quite big. But yeah, it's potentially going to get cut down a bit more because it's just the foam core base at the moment. And once I've worked out exactly where everything's going, I can adjust it and trim it down a bit. But the hardest thing was finding a balance on just a couple of regular bits of A3 foam core that actually gave me a believable amount of depth to the building, to the positioning of the buildings, and an amount of water that made it worthwhile at the front.
Yeah, the trouble is you don't want too much water because it's difficult and might not look good, but you want enough to make it worthwhile. Have a boat or two in it, and yeah.
But what I'm gonna do, because I have some freshly cut bamboo canes, literally freshly cut. I cut them myself. I'm waiting for those to dry off and cure into proper dried canes, and I'll use those to build a framework to support the bit that hangs off the edge of the shelf to make it a little bit more capable of supporting the weight of a load of resin on the end.
Yeah, you don't want it to half collapse, and yeah, that would not be good.
It'd be funny, but it wouldn't be good.
Yeah. Tiger Tank 2 says, don't set the living room on fire making toast, Sarge. To which Sarge replies, toast? I made some pork steaks with mashed taters and green beans. Toast? Ha! Yeah, that's a little bit more. Don't set the living room on fire when you're making your pork steaks with mashed taters and green beans.
I will say I have been starting painting my little kill team now that I've got that second workstation upstairs.
Oh yeah, because you redid and got a workstation that's bigger than most people's workstations as your secondary workstation.
Yeah, that's the one for hand painting and building Warhammer dudes. I still have the big triple one down in the basement where me and my kids make Gundam, but can't put a paint booth in the living room. Apparently, my wife didn't like that idea.
You could. She'd just have to sit with a respirator on while she's watching Touched by an Angel. Be fine.
That's right. And get little ones for the dogs too. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably get a cage with a respirator built on the front of it, I think you can put them in.
Yeah.
Jono says George is doing very well at staying still. You're very stationary, yeah. Did the photos of the Task Force 72 display day give George a wet appetite for some armor kit building? Did you see it was all the huge boats and things in the swimming pools and stuff that Jono put up in the boom hut a week or so ago?
Yeah, I definitely saw them.
Does it make you want to build any?
Yeah, but I've got so many other things. You know, I think I posted just in the gang chat how much Warhammer stuff I bought.
Yeah, you didn't have any Warhammer stuff at all, did you? And then you went to the Warhammer shop and came out with quite a lot.
Yeah, now you've got more than I.
So now, you know, I don't know how to slowly start hobbies, and that's kind of where I need to get better. So I don't want to get any boats yet because I will get like, you know,
all of them.
25.
Tiger Tank 2 says, "Do it, George. We double dog dare you."
I'll get right on that.
Yeah, no, you don't. You need another extension to put the boats in, and then you've got to get the one for the tanks, and you've already got the one for the Warhammer and the one for the Gunpla. So you're going to need one for helicopters and jets, and yeah, where does it end?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to eventually have, you know, kind of what you have with the just multiples in a larger scale, but
yeah, you were going 1/72, weren't you? You're going to get everything in 1/72 and just build it all.
Yeah. Could you imagine a 1/72 Saturn V?
Well, it'd be twice the size of the one I've got. So yeah, it's going to be like 5 foot tall, 5.5 foot tall.
I just put it right in the middle of my living room. That's fine.
Well, the one I built is about that round, so you'd be talking twice that. So you'd be talking about that. So the size of your head. Yeah, that's it'd fit in a normal room.
It'd be a good like center showpiece. People will come in and be like, "Oh, that's cool,"
and then poke at it and knock it over. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's the problem. But yeah, I don't know if I put. I took a few pictures. I took the opportunity. Excuse me, last week of getting a load of my 144 models out and putting them against a white background and taking some pictures to compare how things look. So you've got the huge Saturn V sitting in the background, and then the shuttle next to it, which is still quite huge, and then the Millennium Falcon and an X-wing and the tugboats and a tank and the big giant rat that's still sitting over there that I haven't painted yet. You'd never see them all together. I mean, obviously being in different genres, different worlds, it's different. But the fact that you could land a Jedi Starfighter on the back of one of the Fairplay tugboats, it's like, how?
Wow, is it really that? Are they really that small relative? Wow.
Yep. So the Jedi Starfighter is only a one-man fighter. It's like that big, and the tugboat, the back loading area is that big.
Yeah.
So
I know the one you mean. Yeah.
it really is scary. But I mean, that's one of the reasons that I decided to tie myself down to the 144 stuff, in that so I can just get a collection of it and see what they all look like next to each other. It was nice doing that. If I haven't got the picture up, it will be around somewhere soon. So keep an eye out for it.
Yeah. I'll try to see it eventually.
Yeah, it'll be around. So yeah, that was that. What I've also been doing, I got the X-wing. The X-wing, I'll put it all away now. The X-wing D'Agostini part work, which humorously I'd been putting the videos up saying it's half scale. It's not half scale. It's 1/18 scale. Someone commented on one of the videos and said, "You put it as being half scale. That'd be amazing." So yeah, it'd also be a bit too big. But yeah, I blame the fact that I'm rubbish and that I've been doing the half scale Terminator, and I've just finished the half scale R2D2.
That'll be why, won't it? So
I've just been used to typing in half scale as the description. But yeah, it's 1/18 scale. But I've got the first 4 issues of that done now. The 4th video went live this morning, so it's sitting there ready for anybody to view. they did stuff me on the delivery and not send me the parts for the fourth one. Well, they probably did send it to me. The box was slightly open when I got it out my box safe. So I'm assuming that at some point it got a bit squashed and it fell out. But luckily, as I did the test run, I had parts for the fourth issue, which I'd already put together and played around with. But I took them off of that and just built it as if they'd come. So I'm not going to bother chasing them up and complaining because it's just not worth the effort to me. I don't need any more of the bits. They were, just sitting there. But yeah, from what I hear, D'Agostino are very good. I did have one problem with the Falcon when I built the Falcon. There was one little transparent bit from the one of the gun turret surrounds was missing. There was like 4 in the pack, and I only had 3. All the other bits were there. And I said, "Oh, I'm missing one of these. Can you send it out to me?" I said, "Oh yeah, not a problem." So they sent out the entire issue again, rather than just posting that one little thing in a envelope. They sent out the entire issue.
To pull the whole thing out, isn't it?
Quite probably, but but I don't need another issue 4. I've got 2 of the things already, so I'm not going to bother. If it happens again, obviously I will, because I've got parts 5, but I haven't got any further in than that. So yeah, but I'm sure it won't happen again because I've went through the entire Falcon with that one little problem, the entire R2 with no trouble at all. So yeah, people do complain, but you always hear the bad stories louder than you hear the good stories because people only shout about bad things.
Yes.
Yep. I think I need to do that instead of just buying models. I just need to get into these part work ones, and that way, I don't have to feel pressured to get it all done at once. Cause
yeah, that's the nice thing about part. I've just put the link to join in the chat again in case everybody wants to. Yeah, the nice thing about doing the part works is it spreads out the build, so there's no rush to do anything, and it spreads out the cost, which is nice as well because you didn't want to spend hundreds up front and get a kit, and this way I think it's £1.28 a day. So but the downside is it takes a while to build it, and when you get the month's worth of deliveries, which most of the time is like an issue a week, so you get four issues turn up a month, and it takes an hour and a half to do that, and it's done, and then you're sitting around for a month waiting for the next delivery.
Yeah, but I could catch up on my backlog.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's done, and then you put it aside and carry on until the next lot turn up. But it's knowing that it's easy at that time of the month that should be arriving again, and the Terminator should have been here already, but they actually sent out an email saying that there's a problem with whatever, so they're a bit delayed. Should be with you by the end of next week. So hopefully that will turn up at some point, and I'll get the next 4 issues of that done and posted up. So I've done the X-Wing. I'll be doing my upgrades and modifications video at some point in the next month. Again, just to sort of keep things ticking over for a while. There's a little bit of tidying up on the R2 and a little bit of light blocking on the gun that I need to do on that one. So that'll be coming along. Ray's in from Malta. Hello, Ray.
All right.
But yeah, I say waiting on the Terminator to turn up, and then there'll be another video of that, and then another video of that, and then another video of that. So that keeps things going. The Rat, I've still got to paint. That's my next major getting ready to do. But I've got the Sazabi thing to do as well. So I'm thinking I might not bother doing any of that until I've got that built, and then get that stripped back down again a bit to prime and paint. So while I'm doing the painting, I'll do the painting. So don't want to clear out my paint booth and sort everything out, and then have to fill it up again, and then have to clear it out again in another week to do that. So
yeah,
but it feels like I've done quite a lot this week. I don't know.
Where do you store all these giant part works? I guess that's the big thing for me. Is they're big, right? That R2 is like 2.
Well, the R2, I mean, it's finished now, so it's just R2. It's half scale R2 size, so it's that big. And only that's all. It's just sitting over there. I can see it. It's down there next to the 3PO that I picked up. That's half scale as well. So they don't take up a lot of room. It's only that much floor space. So it's going to be another. Once the Terminator arrives, that's going to be that much floor space as well. So then we start having to think about things. But the Falcon's sitting over there on top of a TV unit that hasn't got a TV on it. And the X-Wing is probably going to have some sort of arrangement of shelf above that it's going to sit on, because it's going to be a similar sort of size.
Yeah, I haven't decided if I'm going to do the X-Wing or not.
Well, you were all interested and excited to do it,
I was, but
and then you weren't.
yeah, the combination of space and sort of doing tons of other shit is just it's kind of made me think twice about adding a massive part work to the slate.
Yeah, I mean, you'll find somewhere to put it. It's not a problem, but it's not really launched yet. That's the thing. The
Yeah.
X-Wing's been a bit strange. It's been a sort of subscription-only launch until later in the year, which is why they're only sending out a few issues. They're doing 2 issues a month until the 7th delivery, which will be 4 issues. I don't know. It's very strange, but there you go. Shame I've not done stuff in the garden, says my wife. What? Do I have to keep models in the garden? Was that what do I have to do?
Yeah, she wants you to do a model train set outside.
Oh, was that what it was? I missed out on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're into more train set scale stuff, so
Yeah, I'll do it for you.
and I've got to go and walk the garden later, but I'll do that when I finished.
Yeah.
Could go and do it now. Leave you two alone. That'll be fine. But,
Yeah, go on. Be all right.
so what have you lot in the chat been doing all week? Have you been making stuff, doing things? Keep us entertained. It's we're here for another hour yet, so come and tell us in there, or get your camera out and come and show us. You can actually show. Look, this is what I've been doing. You can say, and we'll look at it and go ooh and ah, probably.
Unless it's terrifying, in which case
we'll go ooh and ah.
In a sort of yes, well done. Anyway,
No, it's all going to be lovely.
You know the voice we use when Fox shows us pictures of his models.
Oh, ah.
Who's a clever boy like that? He's not here to defend himself, so I'm going to.
That's true. It's a lovely thing that you've just built there, Fox. What was it again?
Yeah. What's it supposed to be? Yeah.
Yes, it's a lovely face. Car, spaceship. Yeah.
Paper, snow, a ghost.
Cutting the grass and tidying up the big plant. Apparently, is what I've got to do in the garden.
Tidying up the big plant shouldn't be too difficult.
Can you see the chat there, Paul?
I can't. No.
Your timing is impeccable.
Oh, good.
Fox says, "I heard that." He says, "Just a quick drive-by, but I posted the Hangout link in the Boom Hut for you." I already did. I posted that there.
Yeah, but no one,
8:05.
People listen to Fox, don't
This
they?
is true.
Yeah. I think they do. And yes, my timing is always impeccable. Like that time I was mocking him and he appeared on camera.
Yep.
That was brilliant.
Johnny says, also a new job for him. I've been adjusting to going to bed earlier to gain more sleep for the day.
Same as me.
Yeah, I like sleep.
Yeah, I'm good at. Well, I say I'm good at it. I like to think I'm good at it. But I don't get enough.
Maybe you're too good at it if you do it too often.
I wish.
Oh dear.
That's that.
We have a visitor. We have Alex has joined. Muted, but joined.
Ooh. Is that Alex Otto?
It is.
Aha. Another Merkin.
He'll be with us shortly. He's signing things that I don't quite understand, but
he's trying to figure out how to unmute. That's what I got out of it.
Press the mute button again and it unmutes it, but we won't tell him that. We'll find it out for himself.
Yeah, I'm contemplating attempting non-metallic metal on the Jamie Lannister chest.
Non-metallic metal. I don't quite understand you.
Have you never? Are you not aware of non-metallic metal?
Oh,
is it not
it's
metal?
It's really cool if you can do it.
It's a metal effect painted without metallic paints.
Okay. What paints do you use?
Just regular matte sort of effect, plain matte stuff, but you paint it to look like it's reflecting light. And I'll send you some blinkies and stuff in a bit so you can have a look.
I will.
But it's not from what I'm seeing, it's not easy.
Yeah, no, it is not at all.
because you've got to get the transitions between. You've effectively got so on the. Actually, let's use the body of the hound here. So on. Ow! That I'm hot. Ow! 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 I'm hurting myself for your viewers, Christopher. So on the I don't know the neck. I don't know what that's called. But I know.
Yeah, it's got a name. I can't remember what
Yeah,
it is, but yeah.
Gorget.
Gorget, something like
Yeah,
that.
Gorget. Because I'm from Europe. So on that, you'd have instead of just a steel paint or something, you would have sort of lines of various shades of grey and blue,
Right.
or similar, that would blend one into each other, and then you get this suggestion of a reflected metal sort of look rather than.
All right. I think I understand it, but I
obvious.
need to see pictures of it to make sure it.
Yeah, I'll
Just
I'll-
imagine like older Renaissance paintings where they didn't have metallic paint.
Somehow we're
and how
getting
they
some
painted
feedback
it.
from someone. I think it's probably Alex, but he's muted, so I don't know why we're getting any feedback from that. 'Cause that
But yeah.
doesn't make sense.
George is exactly right. It's how proper painters do metallics, really, because they have the ability to scale it and give you the blend. So you effectively, if my brush there was the brightest bit of the reflection, then you'd have it sort of almost like the light was not bouncing off these bits as much, and
All right.
you can do it. Obviously, you can do it in steels, golds, and all kinds of things. So with golds, you use a lot of brown tones and things like that. And yeah, when you see people doing it, it's like blah, 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 look, there you go.
Yeah.
When you actually stop and think about how difficult the damn thing's going to be,
Yeah, but when you've done 5,000 of them, then
yeah, it gets a lot easier. So I mean, with this, because that top bit of the neck there, I think is effectively a fabric piece. I'll need to double check. So it would.
yeah, that would probably be like a leathery.
Yeah, and then you'd have to blend the same wave pattern through into that section there with the studs, and then you'd have to work out how it bounces off this flatter, more it's a very dull male from the images I've seen on Google of what armor looks like. So it's not a studded leather, but it's a sort of a chainmail-ish kind of thing.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm looking at on here that I know I can do right is the leather for the buckles. Everything else, if I do it non-metallic metal, will be scary. But those leather buckles will be easy.
Yeah, it's all easy as long as you know what you're doing.
I
I see Jamie and my wife are having discussions in the chat about what to do with the garden. Jamie says I should cut up the big plant and tidy up the grass, and then he gets told off for that.
That's the thing. Is it nice? What big plant is it? Is it nice?
It's green.
Okay.
Yeah. Jamie then says, just let the garden go back to its original form. Chris can use the shrubbery for dioramas. And he got told off for that.
I'm going to be using homegrown bamboo for literally for the base of a diorama because it's free and very strong.
Zazda is saying it's like a painted chrome effect lettering where it reflects blue sky and brown desert.
Yeah. Like I say, I'll send you some pictures, and you see a lot of it on things like Games Workshop Stormcasts, where because they've got an awful lot of the golds and stuff like that, they'll use the non-metallic effects to great effect. In fact.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it seems like if you can get the right result, then it's worth it. But it seems like a lot of work that you could just use a metallic paint.
Well, the thing is, it does look when it's done. It does, in sort of context of a bust, it looks better. It actually makes it look a lot more real.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
because you're getting that sense of the natural reflection off the metal you'd have, rather than just off the metal flake pigment.
Yeah. Thanks.
But yeah, just as a point of because I can, I'm going to do the leather buckles on his
Yep.
Now.
Cool.
I'm doing them a slightly different colour.
Paul Spasso says, Chris, do I need to have you in my contacts in order for the link to work? No,
No.
you shouldn't. You should just be able to click on it and sign in. I'll put the link in again,
Because you're
just
here.
in case. I'll press the enter button. There it is. You should just be able to click on that. You have to sign in with your Google YouTube account thing, and then you should just be able to join the Hangout. But yeah.
Well, so you're in the Hangout. It's obvious. It's just something blocking the audio. It seems.
No, that was Paul. That's not. Alex is here and having trouble with audio. He's playing with headphones. I'm watching.
No.
He might just be listening to music. I don't know. He might have a podcast on. I can't tell.
To be fair, I don't blame him. If it's a good podcast, it'd be better than me waffle.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. He can do sign language and just wave things in front of the camera. But yeah. Tell Paul to move his camera up a bit, says Fox. Yeah, Paul's camera's rubbish. He can't move it at all. It falls over.
No mic.
He tries to move it and it goes funny. No
Yeah,
mic.
I can't. I've tried, Foxy. I've tried.
Yeah, we need to buy him
voice, and
boom
he
arm
can
or
be
something.
my picture.
Your picture of what?
Combine like Voltron. Since I don't have a video, he'll be the video for me, and I'll be his voice.
That's right. Yeah, between the two of you, you're a whole person.
If I recall right, Alex.
Hang on, I can't read that, Alex. I'll hold it up again. I'll click on you so we can see you. You can wave and do sign language and stuff. I assume you're at work rather than being at home because it looks like an office.
Yeah, if that's your house, then you're a bit of a sort of.
I recognise the mug from the picture.
That's no way to think about it.
And the mug as well. Yeah. Right. So obviously you can hear us. We can't hear you, although you have a microphone. You've got two by the looks of it there. If you click the little mic, the little gear cog button at the top of the window, it should bring down options for video and sound. Make sure the sound one is a mic that you want to actually use.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's a different mic or something different or turned off, then it won't work.
Yeah.
Paul says, I've done all that, and for some reason it doesn't work on my Android phone. Oh, well, no worries. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah,
It's an Android phone.
You know.
I mean,
yeah, try getting a real phone or using a computer or something. But
whoa.
Was that you use an Android phone, are you, George?
Yeah.
Well, that's why your picture's not working. There you go.
I got a Pixel.
Ooh, googly.
Yeah.
Chance is in, evening all, and Skullfish is in. I'll do it because Fox isn't here, so I'll have to do it.
Yeah.
The link is in the chat, mate, once or twice, says Jono. Yeah, I know, but it keeps disappearing off the top, so people come in late. They can't see the old chat because you can't get all the chat back when you come in late. So I'll have to put it in occasionally. Then people can find it and hopefully use it because, you know, if it's just us and Alex who can't talk, then...
Well, it's nice having him here. It adds a certain
someone to laugh at. Yeah.
mystique. Yeah.
Well, he's got a month till the next one, so he can learn sign language.
Yeah.
What have we got in here?
That's the basics on. That's the basics.
Cynical Manx Steve says, just to put in my 4 penneth worth and possibly cause a domestic. If there's work needing doing in our garden, myself and the missus do it between us. And if I'm not available, she does it herself.
Well, there you go. Make Gemma do it.
Gemma says, I occasionally do some weeding, but health problems make it a little difficult. He's normally very good at just slacking this week. Yeah, well, it was
very
raining.
good at slacking. Yes, I agree.
I was going to do it and it rained, so
Yeah.
I didn't. So Kenneth's in from down under as well. Kenneth, Kenneth, you probably know each other because morning, lads. That blue poster behind you really helps bring out the blue in your eyes, Chris. Thank you. I should try and keep my eyes open a bit more because I'm getting tired and I've got bright lights on behind me now, so I can't really see properly. I just go like that and it hurts. Ow. Yeah. Be right back, says Alex. Yeah, the poster behind me is from the X-Wing. Obviously, you can see it's an X-Wing, but it came with the X-Wing. So, yeah, I changed it up for the the old one I've had up there for a couple of years. I try to change around every so often. I've got some new posters. New posters came with the X-Wing, but they're only smaller. They're only sort of so big posters of. There's one of like the interior of the X-Wing and a couple of them X-Wings in flight. I keep meaning to get pictures of them, but I haven't yet. So yeah. Paul says it's funny because you sent me an invite last time and I was able to join. Can't join via the link. Don't think you want to see my ugly mug anyways. Right.
It works.
We have an Alex.
All right.
Can't hear him though.
Yeah.
Testing. Anything?
Nah, I can't hear a word.
Gotcha.
Hello, Alex. How are you?
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
excellent.
worry.
It's very bad form for a joke, but sorry.
Oh, hey guys.
Hello. Is this just on phone now then?
Yeah.
It wasn't
I was
working with computer.
having for some reason the mic input was not working on either of my. I think I need a splitter or something. I don't know. Wasn't working.
Oh, well.
But
Well,
I
you're
thought
on
I'd-
now. I've locked
Yeah.
on you, so you've got 10 minutes to introduce yourself and say hello. And
Oh. Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, I'm Alex. Obviously, just at work cruising away. I thought I'd listen in to your guys' group here. But I'm new from Kansas City, Missouri, middle of the country, USA, for all the people overseas there. Just got started modeling the minis, starting those, and then I've been doing Gunpla for a little bit. So
good.
Yep.
What time is it there then?
2:51.
2:51. That's nice.
You Central Mountain. You're Central time, there, aren't you?
Yep. That's right.
You must be Mountain. Are you Mountain in Colorado?
I'm Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Now, what time is it there then, George?
Another hour later. Yeah.
1:52.
Yeah. That's not wrong. It's nearly 9 o'clock at night. That's the time. It should be the time for everybody everywhere. That make it easier.
If you
know
go,
that
if
China
you-
has-
All right.
one-
It's nearly 8 o'clock if you want to be technical. Yeah. GMT should be the only time zone.
Yeah. Yes, we invented time. Damn it.
Chancellor says, weeded and cleared the patio recently. The rest of the garden remains a nature reserve and happy hunting ground for our cats.
Gotta love the cats of our group.
Yeah, especially yours with that fantastic expression.
Yeah. Jamie
Yeah.
tells me the best way to get rid of weeds and couch grass is to use a hand trowel and take it out just below the roots, I assume, and then turn the soil over. I find the best way is to pull the curtains and ignore it.
Flamethrower might also help.
Yeah, that could do it. Yep. Zadster says it's 1983 here where I am in many ways. Yeah. So all of you in chat then, what time is it where you are? What's your time zone? So it's coming up 9 o'clock in the evening here in London. We've got some Americans that think it's in the early afternoon, but you know. Jono says, I haven't spoken to Kenneth. Dad at Scaling Models says he does a live video chat with another Aussie the other night for us, but I'm not sure if it's Kenneth. It is. Yes, Kenneth is our Australian friend, our other Australian friend, but you know, he was here first. So.
A special Australian friend.
Is there any other like Missourians in the group?
Don't know. There must be.
I don't know. I don't know about watching. In the Gross Gang, we've got a couple of other American people, but I don't know what time zones they're in.
John is Eastern because he's in, I want to say, South Carolina.
I don't know. I don't do geography.
Yeah, he is.
Lynn's over in Texas, isn't she?
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
She is Texan, but she's in New Mexico.
There you go. See, I knew I had something right.
You're close. And Texas and New Mexico aren't far apart.
They're very near.
Yeah, they're very near. They're probably only like 7,000 miles apart or something. That's close in American terms, isn't it?
Yeah, and New Mexico is only 6-7 hours drive from George.
Ray says in Malta it's 10 p.m. Paul Tomasio says it's Eastern Standard Time. It's 3:54 p.m. Fox says I am within, but will not be joining you as it's too damn hot in here for lights and that. So I'll mooch around the chat. You can always come in and be your whistleblower without any lights on.
Like the voices have been changed to protect the identities of the innocent.
Yeah, it's your best look when you've got the lights off as well. So
yeah. It's just hilarious. Just sit there in the pitch black.
Shane says, I found the best way to have a great looking gardener is to sit and watch a gardener. Works out very well.
Yeah. Yeah, there are moments I think I'd like to get a gardener.
I feel like I'm Fox right now, you guys. Fiddly
just wave your fingers at us. Dancing phalanges.
Yeah, we're not going to get that in a hurry. Yeah, if you need to talk a lot more sort of drivel if you're going to be
just talk a lot more. Yeah. Vincent's in the chat. He says that's why you got a movable air conditioning unit, not another summer with no use for bench time.
Hey, actually, have y'all seen them? The portable air conditioner units for your desk. They're like, I don't know, under $50.
And they're like the little cube things.
Yeah, the little just sit on your desk.
I've seen adverts for them, but I figure they must be rubbish.
I've seen some on Amazon that have good reviews. I'm thinking about getting one of those.
I'll get one and review it for us. But the thing is, in the UK, air conditioning is useful for 10 minutes a year. Yeah, we don't get hot. We I mean, it's considered hot now, and it's like 20 degrees, but it doesn't happen very often.
What does that translate to American?
Yeah, 20 degrees. It's a Celsius centigrade, so that's the proper temperature. Yeah,
20 degrees is
millions.
70, 75, somewhere around there.
I don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right as long as you're not doing stuff.
Yeah, it's 90 outside.
I mean, we're
nice.
I'm about to play some tennis. It's gonna be like 95.
95 sounds very hot.
I remember sporting incredibly hot temperatures of probably somewhere around 90, and I just couldn't do it.
I don't know what that means.
Very hot, Chris. It was about 32 degrees.
Alexa, what's 95 degrees in Celsius?
It's 35.
95 degrees Fahrenheit is
Exactly.
35 degrees.
35 degrees. So that's too hot. Yeah. I wouldn't want to do anything in that.
No.
Midwest
That's a
is
cool
brutal
summer
in the
day.
All right, let's have a look. What can we say?
I had to wear my jacket outside last night. It was that cold.
Cynical Bank says it's so warm in Manchester today. The paint is almost drying on my brush before I can use it.
Yeah, the coat of primer I put onto these figures was brushed on, and one side of it was sort of virtually dry by the time I'd got to the other side.
Fox says we're British. Sweating and complaining is our way.
Yeah.
Zazda says 28 degrees C is 82 degrees F. I remember that.
Yeah, that's my marker point. I work back from there for pretty much everything.
Is 0 is 32, isn't it, or something? Or 32 is 0.
10 is 50. Minus 40 is minus 40.
Really? Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah.
Not that it ever happens here.
It does in Vermont.
Yeah.
Ray says it's 45 degrees C today.
Are we allowed to talk about maths here? Because
maths, yeah, feel free.
Yeah.
Just not politics. But
it's not politics. we just had the debates last night, you guys.
Yeah, we don't do them.
The next election.
Fox says the room's only hot because I've been filming all day, so it's left over warmth. Have you actually finished your denubbing and your Sazabi then? Have you finished? Extremely hot. In France, it's supposed to be between 42 and 45 degrees. Yeah, it's meant to be this weekend's meant to be very hot.
Yes, proper sort of people.
Yeah, Zadster says in the chat there, minus 40 is minus 40.
Yeah.
Fox says, is that Tyrion Lannister? If so, that's a good sculpt for me to tell that from a distance over a potato can.
Yes, Fox, it is Tyrion. Well, it is someone who may or may not be Tyrion-ish.
Yeah, I think it's not an officially branded replica, so it's a generic dwarf character
with nice shiny pin badge on shoulder.
that could be anything.
Yeah.
His name is Tyrone Lannister.
Yeah. Brian Lannister.
Yeah. I think, talking of that, I would love it if they did a bust of Bronn. Because he's awesome. Because especially for British people, Bronn in Game of Thrones was just because he was famous for being in horrendous, easy listening pop duo and some other reasonably crap TV shows, and then for him to suddenly appear as this complete badass in Game of Thrones was awesome.
I hope, hey you guys, I hope King's Landing is ADA accessible. They're going to have to call it King's Landings.
Oh, that's in. Mike's in. Scaly Models. Evening all, he says. Hello. Talking about temperatures. 22 degrees in Germany, but 50% humidity, Sergeant Bones. That's quite moist.
Raining.
Zazda says it's Glastonbury Festival weekend. Normally that means cold and wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be muddy. It's going to be very strange. If you see pictures of Glastonbury, it's not muddy.
I'd also, just going briefly back to point out to Fox that my camera isn't a potato, it's just the angle it's at and the lighting. Because it is actually a 920. I could get a nice camera. I just have no decent mounting point for it.
Yeah, we'll have to get you a arm thing.
Hey, what do you guys use for cameras and mics? Do you guys have like specific professional audio setups when you make videos and such?
Not professional, no. For making videos, I use that old iPhone. It does have a 4K camera on it though, so it's very nice for doing that. And I use a clip-on mic that's plugged into it. It records on that, then that gets uploaded to the PC, and then I do the editing there and sort that out. For the live streamy thing, I've got the big Yeti mic, which lets you get nice and close and talk properly, and you can hear every movement. And a Logitech camera sitting on top of the monitor up there.
Are those boom mics expensive?
That one I think was about 70 or 80 quid.
Wow,
British pounds. So I don't know what.
$100
or something.
Like $150. Yeah,
probably
that's
150,
159.
but
The Yeti Blue.
Yeah. I got it on Amazon sale thing. It's the colours are all different. This is obviously the white one, which is exactly the same as the silver one and the black one, but $10 cheaper. So I very rarely have it actually on camera, and it just sits there. I don't care what colour it is. I could paint it if I want. Fox says to me, get him to order one of these right now. It's £16, and he sent an Amazon link. How can I send that? Copy link address. Does that work? Can I put that in here? Let's see if I can copy that across there. There we go. Look.
Might have to join in on that Zazabi build
That's
that
not
everyone's doing.
That's the link to
That's
do something else
important.
here. That wouldn't be the link. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that link that I've just put in the group chat thing. You can find it. Go and look back and watch the video and find it. It's
Yeah, see, I want to know what that link is you posted.
yeah. I said copy the link, but that's not the link that it is. It's an Amazon link that he's put in there. So it says that's the one I use. Now the dad's getting upset because Jamie said he should use blue, and he doesn't do blue.
Yeah, it's quite sweet, really, isn't it? That you get so upset about the idea of blue.
Yeah, you can use lots of different colours.
So what's everybody's specialty? What does everybody enjoy doing? Types
Swearing.
of models?
Oh, okay. Model related.
Model related, I specialise in 144 scale stuff because it's tiny and I haven't got that much room for stuff, so it works well. So the Sazabi that I'm doing it over there is in 144. As are the top of the bear guy, you can see there, the TARDIS, the tank, the Jeep, they're all 144, as is the plane. I like to see them all next to each other as the same
all
scale.
144 kits are small, though, are they, Chris?
Hey, what, sorry?
Not all 144 kits are small, are they?
Some can be fairly big, like the Rat. That's a 144 tank that looks like a 135th tank.
Is a 144.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what I specialise in apart from being rude. Hey,
Vincent
Friendship,
is-
how you doing, buddy?
I think you might as well jump in. I'm sitting behind the desk anyway.
Lovely. You're always welcome, as you know.
Yeah, Vincent
My-
specialises in
Specialises in tanks.
Yeah. My specialty is buying a bunch of stuff and not doing anything with it. I'm really good at that.
You're all of it, mate.
But trust me, even if you build quite a lot, you still end up doing that.
Yeah, am I? I don't know. Am I the busts guy?
At the moment, certainly, yeah.
Yeah. Busts and people.
Oh, you remember that Burger Panther I won the auction, Paul?
Oh yes.
Yeah, today I saw a retailer who was doing a special discount on it for 24 quid, which is basically slightly over half of what I paid.
Yikes.
That hurt.
Yeah. You have these moments where it just goes horribly wrong like that.
To be fair, when a price is that slashed, if you're going to wait for something like that, you might as well wait forever. And not,
Yeah, it might never turn up
yeah,
at that price again,
exactly.
I remember there was a supplier special offer on the full set of the Vallejo Mecha Colors a while back, and I thought I really want to do that, and then I didn't.
That beat was me putting the link that Fox sent into the chat
And then
for Paul as to what he should buy.
And then, yeah, suddenly the supplier deal came round again for some reason, and it was I think it might be even slightly cheaper than it was. So the second time I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm having that.
Yeah, you won't let that slip by twice.
Yeah.
Sergeant Bones says, "Am I welcome to, or do I have to wash my feet first?" How long's it been, Bones, since you washed your feet? Because if it's not been that long, then you're welcome. Otherwise, wash them first, then come along. But no, anyone's welcome to join in tonight. Have you got the link, or shall I post it again?
Yeah, I think I dropped 120 quid on that set of paints.
Oh yeah, you bought the entire thing, didn't you?
Yeah, for that full set in a carry case.
I'll PM him the link, Chris.
Okay, I've been putting it in the chat occasionally. So
Probably easier for just PM.
Fox says, "I have no specialisms. As time goes by, I swap and change. Over the years, I've been basically like a puppy in a room full of tennis balls." Yeah, it does get quite hyper and excited about particular things, and then 10 minutes later, it'll be something else that he's quite hyper and excited about.
And then sits in the corner licking his witch.
Yeah, there's that as well. But
I checked, it's after 9 o'clock. I can say things like that.
But it's always before 9 o'clock on YouTube.
Actually, yeah, it's before 9 o'clock for our.
Oh, so two of the people in the chat there, it's before 9 o'clock. It's only early afternoon.
Grab.
10 past
No.
that here.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Grave of Monsters is in. Hello, I haven't seen you before, but welcome. Do you have a good recipe for painting dwarf nipples? I assume that's directed at you, Paul.
I just use a small brush. But yeah, so if we go back to my personal favourite art that I've done, although normally she stands vertically, not sideways. Boudica after a fight.
Yeah.
I regretted instantly trying to paint a tartan pattern on her cloak, but I'm glad I did because it would have been a bit dull otherwise.
Yeah. We have Sergeant Bones has arrived. I'll click on him so he can do the talking.
He's Bonesy.
What?
That's not a kitchen.
No, of course not. Now I'm out of the kitchen.
Actually, is that a fridge in the background? I can't.
No, that's just a backup workstation for a secondary PC.
Ah, right. No, doesn't count then.
Which is out over there. out of sight.
How you been?
Oh, despite the heat, okay. It's been pretty warm here.
Yeah.
It's running like 30 odd degrees all week, isn't it?
Yesterday it was almost 38 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty close to 100 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's a bit too hot.
Yeah.
Jono says, "What phone is Alex using? It's good quality so far." Yeah, I assume you're on Wi-Fi and
Just an iPhone. iPhone, not the current generation, but the previous.
So the
not the X.
8.
Not yeah. I think it's an 8, an 8 plus.
That's what that one is. That's
Does it look like that?
yeah, look like one of them.
Yeah,
That's what you
old
were filming.
running the old tech.
Yeah, 'cause mine's an 8.
It works
Yeah,
pretty well.
Zadster says, "Don't dwarfs have hairy chests?" Yeah, but that's only the girls.
To be fair, there's nothing wrong with old tech if you're using it for filming, because I still use my Note 4 for filming.
Is that not the one that blows up?
I thought you said there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it is.
That was the 7.
But yeah, I mean, I know Fox uses a 5S, I think.
Yeah, I think that was his phone of choice, wasn't it? Because he had one that broke, and then he got another one that didn't work properly.
Yeah, that's the big advantage about that Note, because the Note standard come with the highest end cameras Samsung has to offer. So that one came with 15, I think. 15 megapixels.
Could be. Fox is asking Alex, "Can you turn it sideways for landscape?" Because he gets cross with portrait pictures. It's very scary.
But yeah,
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to stay.
because I'm right. Because I'm not down that rabbit.
Happier.
Still stays
any better?
Little window.
What I would do to paint a dwarf nipple, as you do, I would base, because you're gonna think it's gonna need a bit of a dark tone. I'd base with something. If you're going purely Citadel, base with Bugman Glow, layer then the Cadian Flesh tone, shade that with Reekin Flesh shade, and then just highlight the high edges with some Kislev Flesh, and you're there. Easy. In fact, if you primed it black, you could just go straight in with the Cadian. It'd be dark enough. So yeah, there's your answer.
There you go. Yeah, Fox is happier now that you're vertical, Alex.
Oh, excellent.
Right now, put it back to whatever it was he hated. It's worth it.
Enjoys looking at this.
So sadly, of the people that are actually on the call, there's only one other person who will appreciate what I'm about to say, and it's Chris. And Alex doing that just then looked awfully like Keith Lemon.
Yes, but I don't like Keith Lemon, so no, I'm not going to.
Neither do I, but it really did look like him.
Jono's going to try his next month to see if he can get into a quick laptop camera and mix setup. Cool.
Well, the thing is, all you need is a webcam with a mic that's got a microphone on it.
Oh, you as Alex is demonstrating tonight, you can use a phone. I think Speed normally uses his phone as well, but
You
he's
have
got
to-
the nowhere internet. So
If you have an one thing to note though, if you have an iPhone, you need the app, the Hangout app.
yeah, need the Hangout app.
Yeah.
And then even when you've got the app and you click the link, it says you need the Hangout app, and you can just say, yeah, okay, I know I've got it. But every time it says, are you sure you want to use it? So,
Are you sure you want to use it for what you want to use it for?
Yeah, it's only what we designed it for or anything. Graver Monster says the Logitech C920s are like 30 quid on Amazon. Very good quality. They keep going up and down. It's very strange. When they're cheap, get them. I've got two of them. I've got one sitting over here that I use for the War Hamster down thing, purely to save me having to unplug and move and wires everywhere. So
Yeah, I got mine because they retail about.
they're normally like 70 or 80 quid, but they often go down to 30, 40 or 50.
Yeah. And then they drop on Amazon and then.
I think it's just new old stock showing up, because in the Logitech lineup they have been replaced by the 922s.
Yeah, but they still
that's
do the 920s, so I don't know. It's very strange. I think they've got different like European versions and things, and they've got different letters after them and stuff. So It's very strange, yeah. As everyone in the chat saying, the 920 is it's the go-to webcam for a slot, basically.
Yeah, I think we all use them.
If you want to check Amazon prices, put the item address into the camel website. What's camel?
It's a price tracker. It's quite
Is it?
good.
I've not heard of that one.
It gives you a graph of whether it's high or low price relative to what it's been and when. And
Oh, right. I thought Zazda was just sort of glitching while he was typing.
no, I've used it for several things, and it's actually quite good.
Gravy Monster says there's an upgrade to the 920, but it's way more expensive for little gain. Yeah, it's like one of the little software improvement things that don't really matter.
Yeah, I've got a 922, but I've actually only paid as much for a 920 for mine over here. It's 80 euros in the shop.
Yeah, but again, that's another funny money thing. Euros don't count. They're not real money.
Yeah.
Wait,
like-
in how,
it's like the
in how
Americans
many
using dollars
in
and things.
how many countries do we use the euro, and in how many countries do you use pound sterling?
Yeah, but it's still better.
High.
Yeah.
Zadster says, I have a Logitech 9000, which was great, right up to the point where Microsoft messed up the driver. Now it's in postcards instead of video. Yeah, I do like, when there's a software update or whatever, I do like to get it, but sometimes it does make things go hideously wrong. So
Yeah, that's why my iPhone still runs two or three OS upgrades back, because I know if I upgrade it now, it's going to drift it. Because it always,
Smart move.
yeah. I kept my iPhone 6 going on. I can't remember which version of the OS, but it survived until I had no choice, and then I bought the 8, because the battery just went to hell on the 6. It was beyond useless. Yeah, constantly getting notifications saying, "Oh, you can update your OS." No, you're all right.
no, I really don't want to. No, I don't want to. No, stop it. No.
Yes. All right, we'll remind you later. No, you don't have
Yeah, I'll remind you in an hour. Has it been an
Yeah.
hour yet? Update.
I could probably just go and delete the update from my settings, actually. Probably sat in there taking up space.
Jono says the mic names I'll have to learn. My bro said webcams are the go, so it's already compressed or something, other than using a real video camera, separate mic, and a program to bring it all together. If you're using a normal PC, then it's all separate stuff anyway. All the webcams have got mics built into them, but most of them are pretty rubbish. You'll get away with it for a group hangout sort of thing like this, but if you want to do anything where it's just you talking, then you need a decent mic, or at least a semi-decent mic. The Yetis are very good, so you can hear that. But other than that, yeah, I mean webcams, phone plugged into the computer, acting as a camera, you get away with that as well.
There's a whole range of pretty decent mics on Amazon. Some come completely with boom arm and stuff like that.
Yeah. Nick Gerzin saying it's my birthday today. Can I get a shout out? You can indeed. Happy birthday, Nick. Yeah, hope you get everything that you deserve and some things that you don't.
It would have been funny if you'd said no to the shout out, wouldn't it?
Hey, what? No, you can't have a shout out.
It's my birthday. Can I have a shout out? No.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen you in there before. I don't recognise the name. So if you're just coming in randomly for a shout out, then but no, welcome and happy to do it.
Bit cheeky, but fair enough. Yeah.
Zazda says Blue Yetis do have a big following. They've been the go-to mic for a few years. Yeah, they do what they do, and if you set them up right, so they've got the Carteroid bit, so it only records from one side, then background noises get mostly lost. So, cost a pretty penny though. Yeah, we talked about the price from earlier on. They go up and down. They go on sale. So if you're not desperate for it, just keep it in your Amazon basket or whatever, and when the price goes down, grab one. Right, we've got like 10 minutes left. So is there anything anyone wants to bring up, chat about, show off?
Yeah. Does anyone know why I've got a Thunderhawk Blue one?
Nope.
Found it. Don't worry.
Okay, there it was.
Over.
I'll mention it again. this time next week there won't be a show. Not next Thursday. It's going to be next Friday because it's my YouTube birthday. Next Friday, I'm officially 2. So I'm not me, obviously. I'm more than 2. I'm several more than 2. But the channel is 2 years old next Friday. So I'll be having a birthday show. So it's not an open to everyone because it's not the last one of the month, and it never will be on my birthday because it's the beginning of the month. But the gang will be around. Hopefully, at least one of them will pop in and say hello and bring cake. But
do you live close to Fox? You guys all like
in American terms, yes, we all live very close to each other. But in real world terms, no.
We are what 150 miles away from
Yeah,
it?
I mean it's probably 3 hours away. So that's like local shops for you lot, and that.
Just a drive to work.
Yeah, so no, but no, that's like a holiday.
We're very close to Chris.
Yeah, me and Paul are very close together, but the rest of them are different countries and stuff.
So I saw a page the other day of just spoons, just painting
Yeah.
spoons.
Is that the Model Maker's Spoon Hut?
I think the Spoon Hut.
Yeah, that's
Spoon.
Paul's fault.
Yeah, that's the Boom Hut's affiliate site.
I just see so many painted spoons, and I'm like, man, look at all the time he's just painting the spoons.
It doesn't take any time to paint a spoon.
And in case you're wondering why we do it, it's because spoons are brilliant because they're made of plain old plastic. They're a brilliant way of testing out colours and effects because you can get them really, really cheap in like 100 packs.
I can't find my pack of spoons. I bought a pack of like 100 or 1,000 spoons or something. Can't find it now.
And somebody may have set the Spoon Hut up as a bit of a joke, and yeah.
And now it's got over 100 different subscribers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, if you I know you're fairly new to modelling. It's the done thing. You practice on a spoon. It's a good way of getting 10 or 15 different colour combinations of primers and different overcoats and undercoats and everything to practice and see what looks good. Because if it looks like that on a spoon, it's going to look much the same on normal kit. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
spoons. You can use a fork, but that's not quite as good.
What about a spork? Any sporks?
Oh my God! We've got Ted. Wild Ted has appeared. Guess who's popped in? He says he's not on camera though, because that'd be too much to hope for. But he's in the chat. Welcome, Ted. Evening. It's past your bedtime, nearly, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'd use a fork at a push, but purely because they're such a quality piece of equipment. I can't find my. I've got a flat piece of styrene that's got white, grey, and black primer with red sprayed over the top of all three, and you can see how much it affects the top colour. And so that's one of the benefits of doing stuff with a spoon. You can actually look and go, well, hang on a minute, it really does darken off a lot more.
You do know we can't see a thing now. You put that tissue there.
I know.
It's just made everything white and dark in the background, and we can't see a thing.
Yeah, well, my lamp's in an awkward position. So. I'm busy doing something else.
Ted says, I happen to get to the bench.
Dining room table.
Have I missed the stickers, says Ted. And Fox says, Chris doesn't do stickers. He's a clamp hand. You know what a clamp hand is? That's a new one to me.
That's not true. I got a sticker from you for nothing.
Thank you very much. See, there are stickers. Only my favourite people get stickers. Dad says, Chris don't have stickers anymore. Is that, I've got some stickers. I do occasionally give them away, but
I've got some interesting stickers with the Queen's head on them. Well,
there you go. Yeah, you can get one of them.
Yeah,
Paul will send you one of them. It might have writing on it when you get it.
Yeah. I don't know why I've got stamps on my workbench, but I do.
All right. I'll give you some envelopes and you can send some stickers out. There is a mug though, says Asda. There is. Look.
Yes, his name's Chris.
Chris Models mug. Look, official merchandise. Look, I'm wearing a T-shirt as well.
You're always wearing your branded
I
T-shirt.
do. I made the point. I wasn't wearing this earlier today. I put it on specially for the broadcast.
You were wearing your hoodie last night.
Yeah, I often wear my hoodie. Yeah, because Fox says I give stickers away all the time. Sending them out, however, is a totally different story.
Yeah.
And Dad said he's got pens now too. Yeah, I've heard about the pens. I haven't got one, but I've heard about them. I've heard about the Citadel things that hold the paint open and stop it falling over as well. I've heard about them. Why has no one made a Space Marine chapter using stamps as shoulder decals? Because they're very expensive stamps now.
Yeah.
I can send someone this postcard. This post-it note here.
Send it to Space. It's backwards. Why is it
Yeah,
backwards?
here's the ultimate in cheap stickers. I've written this on a post-it note.
Yeah. Why is your camera making everything backwards? It shouldn't be. That's very strange.
I wrote it backwards.
Oh, you wrote it backwards so it'd look forwards, but everything was
Backwards, really. So it's backwards.
Wait, it inversed itself again?
Yeah, that's backwards. Skipper Ted says, I've got pens. Well, just ordinary black Bic, but I could write my name on it. You could put a sticker on it. It has to be a very small sticker. But,
yeah.
why is Fox giving out my fake address to Zadster? Mugger Posty, he'll drop stamps as loot like Diablo, but more Amazon packages.
Yeah.
You probably get in trouble for that as well. Right, we've got 4 minutes left, so I'm going to start wrapping up because it takes about
I've done some branding.
You've done 2-minute paintbrush, was that?
Yes.
Official 2-minute paintbrush, unique. There is only one in existence, unless he's done 2.
No, not yet. I need to clean it, actually.
There we go. Yes. So yes, like and subscribe Team Inept, obviously, because that's where we play computer games sometimes.
Yeah.
And at some point, we're going to have to get together again and do some more Division because there's an update to it. There's a new one thing.
Yeah, I booted it up to have a look and see how you got the new specialization, and it looked like it was a load of hard work.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like really hard work or buying the thing, but I'm not going to buy the thing.
Well, to be fair, I was actually looking at it with the update. You get a load of extra missions.
All right.
Load of little specific missions to the thing. It tempted me.
Fox says that's a fake paintbrush because you spelt Team Inept correctly.
I mean, look, you can. To be fair, folks, at least you're getting to look at my high quality paint palette.
Yep, we are impressed by it.
Right, with the notepad.
Look at my lovely palette, Fox.
Yeah, because you weren't there when I put that up originally.
Oh dear. Right, I'm going to wrap it up, so I'm going to start kicking people out.
Woohoo!
So here we go. Alex was down there. I shall say thank you for coming in, Alex.
See you guys later. Thanks for
next
having
time
me.
you can join and you'll have voice all the way through. So
Catch you later, Alex. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
bye. I'll let you kick yourself out rather than me pressing buttons. And
Yeah, I wish I had something to model.
well, next time we'll figure it out. Sometime you can take something.
Bring something to work.
Right. Thanks for coming in. Bye. We've got Sergeant Bones, who's not been here long, but he's been here. It's worth coming in.
At least he's
Thanks for joining us, Bones. We'll see you again next time at some time. Goodbye. We got, and the rest of you can stay. You can all hang around to the end. You're not strangers. You're all family. So yes, that's another week done. Another 90 minutes of chat and people coming in and saying hello and stuff. Next month, the end of the month, will be another free for all. So get your cameras and microphones and stuff working, everybody. Skipper Ted says, well, it was short but enjoyable. You can go back and watch it from the beginning because it was 90 minutes because it's not my fault you get it late. And next week you can come and join in on camera as well if you get here early enough.
He's actually just really early for next week.
That might be it, but he's really early for next week because, as I say, next week is not Thursday. Don't be here thinking on Thursday, Pascal. Friday night is it's still 8 o'clock Friday night for the birthday with the gang. So come along and see what's being revealed then. Special secret stuff. Other than that, where is we today? Thursday. So Sunday we've got the Warhammer Warhamster time. I believe Fox is still doing it. If he's still in chat, he'll tell you. Normally 3 o'clock he does his Warhammer. He's doing things from the part work at the moment, the Conquest, I think. I can't remember.
He was last week. So this week, whenever.
Yeah.
Recently.
And I shall be back painting my knobs, my mega knobs. That's the yellowy one, and that's the red one, and that's the orange one that isn't orange yet because it didn't work in orange. I'm going to have to redo that one. I'll be doing them on 8 o'clock on Sunday. Then Monday we've got the e-models thing with me, Ted and Fox and I. And then we're back to Thursday that isn't Thursday, Friday next week. So, yeah. It's Chaos Rhino time, says Fox. Sunday at 3 p.m. BST. Be there or be somewhere else.
Chaos Rhino is my nickname.
Chaos Rhino. Is that what they called you at school? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And that was just the teachers.
Right. So, it just leaves me to say good night, everybody. Thank you for George coming in while you were at work. Hopefully you didn't get tired.
Yep, I didn't. Although my boss did come and tap me on the shoulder to tell me goodbye as she headed back to the airport.
Right. That's
so
all right.
that was a
As long as you
little
got away with it.
Yeah.
Good night, Paul. Thank you for teaming out. Let's see what you've done while you've been painting. What you finished?
Yeah. A little bit of Tyrion.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on the Boom Hattie thing. People put up pictures of it when it's finished and stuff.
No, I will. Yeah.
And Vincent. Wake up. Yeah. Thanks for coming. I know you weren't here long. We didn't really talk for you long, but it's nice for you to visit.
I was here.
You were here,
That's
and
what counts, yeah.
things were done. So, and yeah, that's everybody. I'm going to click the button to finish the broadcast now. So, thanks for
Bye, everyone.
everybody coming in, and we'll see you later in the week.